Okay, so I damaged my right door rear view mirror, side mirror, and I wanted to see if it's still functional. The left one, the driver's side, is functional. I didn't damage it, but I mean, didn't damage the rear view mirror itself, but the only thing that was damaged was this plastic cover for the LED or the light, the turn signal light. So I'm gonna test it to see if this is working. This still works, and I'm gonna check what it says. So basically, it says turn signal right mirror. There's some other things that are wrong. Turn signal right mirror light is complaining about that, amongst other things. And the specific, that's what actually broke off on the right side. I'm gonna go and take a look at it. But basically what happens is, when I use the turn signal to the left, it blinks like this gradually. If you hear the clicking sound, basically is blinking. It's just blinking just fine. That's the puddle light from down. The turn signal is working, and basically what happened is, when I was reversing the car, it hit the side over here, maybe here, yeah, somewhere here. And what happened is, the mirror broke off. And that's what is left. So I'm going to try to reconnect at least electrical parts. I disconnected these two connectors from the mirror. I think that's for the heated mirror. Those two connect over here, and then the actual lenses, the bulbs that display the turn signals, those are over here. So I'm going to test those to see if those are still working. And there's a puddle light at the bottom, and the turn signal, that's where it cracked the mirror. So I'm trying to see if I can repair the mirror. So far it seems that it's cracked over here. This is the crack, but it doesn't seem like, it seems like the turn signal itself might work. So I'm gonna try it. What happened is, I see there's this connector over here. It may have come off the connector. So to try to reconnect it to the connector, and also reconnect these two, and see if that also fixes the check engine light. So what I'm going to do first is try to see where this connects, this connector, and I think I know where it connects. It probably connects over here. on this turn signal light. So I'm going to try to connect it there and see if that works. And this puddle light is also connected through this same connector. So both this turn signal and this puddle light should both start to work once I connect this. And it looks like this mirror itself, it snaps in somewhere here. Yeah, it probably snaps in to somewhere here. This is probably this yeah, it's probably a tension based mechanism that tensions against this mirror to clamp on it over here, maybe. So I just probably have to press it in and click it in, and it should all work. So I'm gonna try this. First things first, I'm gonna turn the garage light on. By the way, I replaced these to LED, the lower fog lights, and the resistor that came with it, this LED light, works really well with the with the computer, so it doesn't think there's something wrong. But these top headlights and the turn signal lights, those I tried to replace with LED. Actually, not this, but rather this. I replaced with the LED, and the computer thought that there was something wrong. So the resistor that came with this didn't seem to work. So anyway, I'm gonna turn on the garage light over here so you can see better. And for now, so the turn signals are the one that broke off on the passenger right side should work the same way as this one when I make the connector connection. So let's see if that works. But I don't want to plug it in while the car is powered, so I'm gonna turn off the ignition and the power in the car, and then replace that connector and see if that works. Okay, so, and then what happens is when it's not working, the left one makes this gradual ticking sound, but the right one, when I make it, it makes this quick ticking sound. So the other you can see the front side turn signal works, but obviously there's no light here, so there's no resistance, so the computer knows that this right turn signal mirror light is not working. So I'm gonna turn off and when I turn this right signal, let's take a look at the back signals. See, the back signal tail light is blinking, so that's working. And this side, I am going to replace it, so it should start working. And the one on this side is working also. So it's I'm just gonna replace this one and see if it works with this connector. So I'm gonna turn off the engine and the power, and then try to replace that just to see if it's working. It's still showing this error code turn signal right mirror, but let's go ahead and see what happens if it still works and if the computer believes it's still working. This is the heated mirror. I can connect this later to these two connectors, but for now we'll just leave this out of the equation. We'll place it here. Okay, and then I'm gonna look at this one here. That's the part number. Let's take a look at the part number for future reference. It looks like it's 1.5 watts to 2.3 watts. Actually, let's take a look at that. 1.5 watts to 2.3 watts reflector ABS, and it's 13.5 volts, and it's Magna, whatever that part number is. ULO and DC. Okay, so, and that's that lower puddle light. So let's try to connect this. And by the way, the color code is 930, I believe. That's alabaster white. If I wanted to paint this for any scratches like the side and things like that. So for now, let's just connect this connector. This is going to be a little tricky because this connector is rigid over here. And it's going to be hard to actually plug it in. Okay, let's try. I'm going to just slide the mirror in but not actually connect it, because I can do that later. Actually, it might be hard to remove that connector once I connect it, so I'm now thinking about whether I really want to do that. Maybe it might be easier if I just remove the actual LED and the puddle lights and then connect it directly to the connector. Maybe that might be a better idea instead of trying this, because all I want to do is I want to check if the electrical connection is okay. And also I'm going to replace this rubber gasket, so maybe I should just, instead of doing this, I should just probably see if I can just disconnect these two lights and then just test the lights, and then if the lights are working, then I can just see the lights are good, and then basically just reconnect the get a new mirror cover, or just super glue this one back. So I think I'm going to try that instead, because once I make this connection, it's probably going to be hard to disconnect it again from this. Probably this is tension driven. Okay, so I think I'm going to do that instead.